it is with overwhelming sadness that the sports world receives the devastating news that boxing legend Arturo Gatti is mourning the tragic loss of his beloved son. Known to millions as Thunder, Gatti's name has long been synonymous with courage, determination, and heart. A fighter who gave everything he had in every match, both physically and emotionally. But today, this once invincible warrior finds himself facing the one battle no parent is ever prepared for: the unthinkable pain of burying a child. Gatti's emotional words, "It's the worst thing to bury a child," echo through the hearts of fans, family, and fellow athletes alike, revealing the unbearable grief that even a champion of his caliber cannot escape. Friends close to Arturo describe him as utterly broken, his world shattered by the loss of a son he loved more than anything. Those who know him best say that Gatti has spent his days in quiet mourning, replaying precious memories, holding on to photos, and revisiting the laughter and light that his son brought into his life. For a man who once fought with unmatched ferocity in the ring, this is a pain that no strength or endurance can overcome, a heartbreak that cuts far deeper than any punch he ever took. The boxing world, upon hearing the tragic news, has come together in solidarity, flooding social media with tributes, prayers, and emotional messages of support for the fallen legend. Former opponents, promoters, and even fans who never met him personally have spoken about his legacy not only as a fighter, but as a deeply devoted father who loved his children with all his heart. Arturo Gatti's career was one of legendary proportions, a fighter who gave fans everything in classics that will live on forever. But this moment reminds us that behind every champion lies a human being who feels pain just like the rest of us. He fought wars in the ring against the best in the world, often rising from the brink of defeat to snatch victory from the jaws of despair. That same heart that made him a legend is now what makes this tragedy so unbearably emotional. The strength that once carried him through grueling 12-round battles now must somehow help him survive the darkest days of his life. Reports say that friends and family have surrounded him, offering every possible comfort, but the weight of losing a child is something no parent can ever truly recover from. Gatti's fans, spread across generations, have expressed their heartbreak, calling this one of the saddest moments in boxing history. Many have shared clips of him celebrating victories with his family, holding his son proudly, memories that now take on a hauntingly beautiful tone, showing the love between a father and his boy frozen in time. As this story continues to unfold, the world collectively grieves with Arturo Gatti. Tributes have poured in from fellow boxing legends who know firsthand the kind of man he was, not just in the ring, but in his personal life, as a father, friend, and inspiration. His legacy as a warrior remains untouched, but this loss humanizes him in a way no fight ever could. He is no longer just the fierce fighter we remember. He is a grieving father, broken but trying to hold on to the strength that once defined him. In his silence, in his tears, we see the vulnerability of a man who gave everything to life and family, only to have the cruelest blow delivered outside the ring. His statement, "It's the worst thing to bury a child," stands as one of the most powerful expressions of parental grief ever heard, and it resonates deeply with anyone who has known loss. The entire sporting world stands still in honor of Arturo Gatti and his son, sending prayers for healing and comfort. The boxing community has promised to dedicate upcoming matches and tributes in memory of his child, ensuring that his name and spirit will never fade. This tragedy reminds everyone that heroes, no matter how strong, still bleed, still break, and still feel pain like anyone else. Arturo Gatti's journey, from a fearless champion to a grieving father, shows the raw humanity behind the gloves, reminding us that true strength is not just about how hard you can hit, but how much you can endure when life hits hardest. May his son's soul rest in eternal peace, and may Gatti find some measure of solace in knowing that he is not alone. The world mourns beside him, holding him close in thoughts, in prayers, and in heart.